everybody, it's Hexa, and today's video is going to be the first of another new series, which is going to be called Chinglomanian. This name is so funny. Like, I don't know how I came up with it. I mean, I was originally gonna call the series just Chinglish, but I feel like Chinglish just isn't original enough, because that's like an actual thing, like Chinese English. So, Chinglomanian, Chinese, English, Romanian. I should like trademark that or something. But yeah, so a little while back somebody commented on one of my videos asking for a video talking about my life in China and my projects and what it's like and just what it's like living in China and all this kind of stuff. So I thought that was a pretty good idea. It was something I was already planning on doing anyways, and I decided that since there's just so much to talk about regarding China and life in China, that I was just gonna make a series or like a playlist for it. So there we have it, Chinglomanian. By the way, you guys probably noticed that I'm wearing gold lipstick, and that's the only makeup I'm wearing. I just decided to play around with my Xenon Velveteen by Lime Crime this morning, but I didn't sleep last night, so my eyes are just so swollen just from being so tired that I'm not gonna put any eyeshadow on. So like, yeah, I'm wearing lipstick and nothing else. Also, if you hear any like drilling noises in the background, this is because I live in like a typical rich people compound in Shanghai. My mom works her butt off to keep us living in this compound, and I'm very thankful for that. But one of the drawbacks of this is that since people who live in this compound are generally pretty wealthy, they have enough money to be constantly making renovations and like extensions to their houses. So this compound is just every single fucking day constant just drilling and hammering, and it was so bad last year because our neighbor on like that side did renovations that lasted like 6 months, and as soon as they were done, the neighbor on the other side started doing it, and oh my god, it just never stops. Like, do not even consider trying to take a nap in this compound during a weekday, because Monday to Friday these people work from like, I think it's like 8 a.m. till like 5 or 6 in the evening. So the workers are just here all night, all day, just drilling, and it drives me crazy. I literally just said all night because my night is the daytime. Like, I'm usually asleep at this hour, but I'm trying to like fix my sleep schedule, therefore I'm staying awake all day, and that is why I have swollen puffy eyes and I'm freaking exhausted. But anyways, to actually get into the point of this video after my random rambling and complaining about this compound, which I guess is still kind of related to my life in China, so it's still sort of relevant. But the actual theme of today's video is going to be what it's like speaking 3 languages. By the way, there's just this, it's not a big deal. Like, I speak three languages. I read and write English and Romanian pretty well. Chinese, I can read and write like the basics, but I'm not like that good at it. My mom is very good at reading and writing Chinese, but I'm not. I don't consider myself a linguist in any way. I just consider myself a person who has learned more than just my mother tongue because it like as a survival thing, basically. I mean, it kind of makes sense. I've been living in China since I was 3 years old. I've been here for 15 years, and you know, you kind of learn to adapt. It would have been weird if I hadn't learned the language of the country that I'm living in for this long. With that being said, there are a ton of foreigners who live in China and who have lived in China for as long as I have and who barely speak Chinese. So, I don't know. It's always like a little bit easier for younger people to learn new languages. I know this because I'm trying to learn German right now, and it is kicking my ass. But yeah, so what is it like having 3 languages in your head? I can't tell you anything about the scientific aspect of this, and I'm probably not at all the most interesting case on YouTube. Like, there are polyglots on YouTube that speak like 19 languages, so if you want something really hardcore and badass, just look them up. But if you're interested in my personal experience with being a trilingual person, then keep watching and I will talk briefly about it because I don't know what kind of details to really go into. So, being a person who speaks 3 languages, it's not just like a cacophony of language and noises in my head. Like, in certain environments and in certain countries and certain, like, in the presence of certain people, there is a predominant language. Like, you know, if I'm talking to my housekeeper who is Chinese, then, you know, I'm automatically switched into Chinese. If I'm talking to my mom, I'm switched to either English or Romanian, because at home we kind of, like, alternate. There is a lot of Rominglish happening. We pretty frequently just, like, say something in English and throw in a Romanian word, or say something in Romanian and throw in an English word. That's something that happens a lot in our family, and, like, we don't even notice it anymore. It's just the way that we talk. But sometimes when I've been in that particular environment of one particular language for a really long time, it starts to kind of show, and some pretty funny little slip-ups have happened. This normally happens when I come back to China after spending a month and a half, up to even 2 months in Romania over the summer. This year I spent 2 months. Usually we spend about 6 weeks there, but this year I went back to Romania a little bit earlier because my visa expired. And on the way back to Shanghai, on the plane, I was talking to one of the flight attendants, and she said something, and I wanted to say yes, but instead I said da. Like, I just said yes in Romanian, because I've been, like, speaking Romanian for 2 months, and my brain was just, like, still not fully switched back to a predominantly English-speaking environment. So, that was a very small slip. Something like that happened in my childhood. I think I was, like, maybe 10 or 11 or so, and I was coming back again from Romania, and I was talking to my friend, who is my housekeeper's daughter, actually. We've had the same ai. Ai means housekeeper in Chinese. It also means auntie, but typically an ai is what you call, like, a housekeeper or a cleaning lady, who, you know, takes care of your home or the school or whatever. So my ai's daughter is actually a pretty close friend of mine. We've been friends for a really long time because we've been with this same ai for like 10 years or more. So I was talking to my ai's daughter, to my friend, in Chinese, and then all of a sudden she starts looking at me funny. Like, she's just standing there just staring at me, like, as if she just isn't processing any of what I'm saying. And I stopped talking, I asked her what's wrong, and she literally, like, walked away from me and went to go get her mom. And then they both were standing in front of me, and then at that point I realized that I just, like, completely, in the middle of a sentence, went from speaking Chinese to speaking Romanian. So I was just, like, literally talking at her in Romanian, completely unaware of that. I have no idea what happened. Like, I was probably really jet-lagged or really tired, because it's, like, not normal for my brain to make such a weird, like, language switch without me even noticing it. But that is one memory that sticks out in my mind. It was a very funny and embarrassing situation, and it took me quite a while to figure it out. Like, literally, I was talking at her, and she was just staring at me like what is going on? So that is one of the things that can sometimes happen to someone who speaks many languages. Also, now that I've started learning German, which, by the way, just don't even try. I can't with German. I'm still very much in the beginning phases of learning it, but I'm getting there. I'm getting better, but it's still extremely difficult. What I have noticed is that since I've started learning German, I'm losing some of my French. I've taken like French classes before, but I don't like speak French at all fluently. Like I can't at all, but I know some words, I know some like basic sentences and phrases in French. And what I've noticed is that when I'm trying to remember phrases in French, I'm automatically like going to German, because German is now like the most frequently practiced foreign language that I don't know that well. So it's like the fact that I'm learning German is almost like blocking out all of the French that I knew until now. So like I can't remember how to say things in French anymore, because I used to know how to say I don't speak French in French, and now I only know how to say I don't speak German in German. So that is pretty weird. Yeah, I don't know. I was really hoping I could come up with like more to say in this video, but this has just been my life. You know, we moved to China when I was 3, and by the time I was 5 or 6, I was already speaking all 3 languages pretty fluently at a level that was pretty like average for my age. So to me, it's like, as I just said, it's just my life. I'm so used to it. I have no way to like explain it or look back on it, because this is just how I live. This is just how things have been for me for the past 15 years. What I did want to show you guys in this video real quick is the app that I've been using to learn German. This isn't sponsored at all. I only have like 360 subscribers right now or something, so I'm pretty sure nobody is like interested in doing a sponsored video with me, but I just wanted to show you guys this because I think it's pretty useful. So it's called Duolingo, and the icon is like this little green owl. So yeah, this is what the icon looks like. I don't know if you can see it very clearly. It's just this little green owl, and I'm quite liking using this app. It exercises lots of different things. Like it does your hearing skills, your translation, and your speaking. But I feel like with the speaking, it's kind of a hit or miss, because with like voice pattern or speech pattern recognition software, it's just not the best yet. So sometimes I say something and I know I'm pronouncing it right, but it's telling me that I said it wrong. And sometimes I kind of just like test the software and say something that's completely off, and it'll say that I said the right thing, so it's just confusing. But basically the way that it works is all of these like little round things that are in completely yellow are lessons that I have already finished. So they've got like basics 1, the word the, basics 2, phrases, and these are like little power-up things. So when you keep up with your language learning really well, you get like lingots or something. You get like these points that you can then use to purchase an extra level or an extra lesson. So I currently got flirting and idioms. So those are basically just like bonus lessons that you can get if you collect enough lingots or something like that. So yeah, everything that is completely yellow I have good standing on, and sometimes these will turn colored again, which basically means that the app wants you to refresh your memory of that lesson. So right now I'm up to some, if you can see. I did it before, but they're asking me to refresh it, so some like questions. So okay, just I can't explain. So let's just click on it and see what happens. So I have Wi-Fi in here because if I don't have Wi-Fi, it's not going to work. Alright, so you click on it. It tells you your weakest words, and then you click strengthen. This only happens with like stuff that you have done before. With a lesson that you are just starting, it will just throw you right into it. So you click strengthen, and it begins. Let's see. Are we gonna have Wi-Fi? Oh wait, my VPN is on, and that's probably making this work slower. Thank you, China. Why is it not okay? Oh my god! It wasn't disconnecting. Okay. It's ah, see? Okay, so it says it. So the word was irgendwo, which means somewhere. And it gives you like oh god, I can't show you this. So it gives you two options down here. It says sometime or somewhere, and you basically just need to click the right one and then click check at the bottom, and it'll tell you you are correct. And then continue.
Irgendwas.
Something. Check. Why isn't it making my cute little checking sound? Usually it makes like a little sound, like a happy sound when you get something right. Okay, so here it is a speech exercise. So over here it says record what she said. So you click on this record button and you say what she said. And if you said it right, then you move on to the next thing. Also, if you're like out in public or something, there's a little button at the bottom that says can't speak now, and that will automatically turn off your microphone for 1 hour. So for 1 hour, they won't give you any speech-related exercises. But you can change it back at any time. You don't have to wait the whole hour. You just have to go to your settings, and you can turn your microphone back on. Okay, so let's do this. Maybe I'll get it good. Irgendwann. Yay! I got it right. So I'm not gonna go into this for too much longer, but that is basically how Duolingo works. I would recommend this for anyone who is trying to learn a new language. Why is my dog barking? You heard it, right? Why? Whenever other dogs bark outside, she just has to, like, join in. Okay, so that was how Duolingo works. They don't have very, very many languages, but they have quite a few. I mean, like, you know, the basic major languages that people usually want to learn. So they have, like, German, French, Spanish, Italian, those kind of things. They have quite a few. I would recommend that you look it up. It's also a website, so you don't have to get an app necessarily. You can also just use it on your computer. But yeah, I hope this video wasn't too, like, underwhelming. I tried. I did. It's just, I don't know. It's just my life. I don't know what much to say about being, like, a 3-language speaking person. This is just, like, how I am. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, then I'm very glad that I could provide something interesting for you to watch. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram for more. Stay tuned for the next video in the, what did I call this? Chinglomanian series. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!